Hello, good morning, family, and welcome again to the Reconnected Grassfield. So today we got the first meeting, which is the meet and greet. So we're gonna be introducing ourselves, speaking about how we got into the reconnected Grassfield, and also look at what we expect from 2022. What we want to see, what sort of content we want to see in the reconnected graphic, what sort of topic we want to be talking about. So again, I'm not gonna take a lot of your time, and we're gonna let the meeting start now. Thank you.
When I went to Cameroon, I reconnected with the Bamileke and T-Cars over in Cameroon. So that's basically about it with me.
Thank you, Brother Michael. Thank you. Anyone got any question to ask to Brother Michael or to myself? I got lost there for 1 minute. I don't know what happened, so I couldn't see the screen. I don't know if anyone had a question for me when I wasn't available. Brother Michael, any question for Brother Michael?
Okay. If anybody wants to know about my experience there or anything, I'm open for any questions you have for me.
I mean, Brother Michael,
how was it to go to Cameroon? I have a question.
Okay.
You have Jamaican roots, right?
Yes.
Okay. Did you see similarities or bridge between the US, Jamaica, Cameroon, Africa? Like, since you have a connection with the Caribbeans, the US, and now Africa. So is there any link you found or any similarities or differences?
Well, culturally, Jamaican culture is basically African culture when you really look at it. When you look at their national dish, ackee and saltfish, that was a dish that was created during the colonial slavery times. The ackee was brought to the island, introduced to the island from Ghana. Ackee grows in Ghana, Nigeria. I don't know what other parts of West Africa, but that was not something that was indigenous to the island. Most of the foods, like the yams and everything that Jamaicans eat with their food, is all African in origin. Africans eat cassava, Jamaicans eat cassava. Mangoes, pineapples, you name it. Most of the fruits and vegetables that you find in Western Central Africa can be found in Jamaica. The Jamaican patois is similar to the pidgin spoken in the other English-speaking African countries because they both evolved from the British English. And if you could understand Jamaican patois, you could understand pidgin spoken in Nigeria. You can understand pidgin spoken in Sierra Leone or any other English-speaking West African country. So the cultures are very similar. Prior to, during the colonial days, even the homes were constructed just like how they were in Africa. They were constructed out of, they were thatched homes, and they used mud and bamboo and everything to construct the homes, and the roofs were thatched roofs. So they also, back in those days, they carry loads on their heads and everything like that. So everything was basically the same. And then, as westernization occurred over the years, things started to modernize according to westernized standards. But if you go into the rural areas of Jamaica today, they still basically live like how their ancestors lived in colonial days, and some of our ancestors lived back in Africa. Jamaicans even consume the cola nut, but they grate the cola nut, and they call it bisi, which comes from the Ghanaian Akan word besi, which is for the cola nut. So those are some similarities between Jamaican culture and African culture. I was born and raised in New York, so a lot of people, when they hear me speak, they say, "Oh, you sound like you're from New York." I'm currently living in Georgia, so I get that all the time from people that were born and raised in Georgia. As soon as I speak, they say, "I know you're from New York or up north." So that's a little bit about me.
Thank you, Brother Marco. Does that answer your question, Brother Boris?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
But will you say there is also some clear evidence of African heritage in the African American community compared to Jamaica? Is it something similar, or is it more different? On how different is it?
Well, in African American culture, I know a lot of the foods were brought over from West Africa too. Like a lot of people in the South, they eat black eyed peas, which in Ghana they make something called red, which is really black eyed peas and palm oil. The black eyed peas are seasoned and they cook with red palm oil, so they call it red. So when I went to Ghana for the first time back in 2011, and it was like, "Brother, you got to try some of our foods." I said, okay, I'm with that. All about experiencing the culture. And they said, "Here's some red." I looked at it. I said, "Wait a minute." I said, "This ain't nothing but black eyed peas right here." I thought I was going to experience something different. It's I recognize it as black eyed peas, but they just prepared it different from a lot of African Americans. And then in West and Central Africa, they may cook greens like cassava leaves, potato leaves. In Jamaica, they cook callaloo. In America, they cook turnip greens or collard greens. But the greens are like substituted, with American and Caribbean cuisine. They substitute the things they used to eat in the motherland with whatever they have available. And when you look at how you pronounce it, wake in Ghana, it looks just like Jamaican rice and peas. So that's another similarity. When you look at it by eye, you really can't tell too much of a difference unless you taste it. It may taste a little different the way Jamaicans prepare it. Also, in West and Central Africa, you have pepper soup. Jamaicans love soups as well. In Jamaica, goat pepper soup is equivalent to what they call manish water. Manish water is nothing but goat head soup. They chop up the goat head and parts of the goat, and they make a soup out of it with pepper and everything. The difference between manish water and pepper soup is that Jamaicans chop up the yams and put it in the soup, and they make like flour dumplings and stuff, and it might not be as hot as the African pepper soup, but you have Jamaicans that make their manish water hot. It all depends on the cook. And then in Africa, you would have fish pepper soup, and in Jamaica they call it fish tea, but it's not a tea; it's a soup made with fish, and they put everything in there from pumpkin to carrots to dumplings to yams. The yams that they eat in Jamaica is the same yams you would eat in Africa.
So, Brother Mark, could you try the chicken foot soup?
Yes, I don't think there's anything that they make in Jamaican cuisine that I haven't had.
Oh,
I might not like everything, but when I was younger, as a child, there were certain things that I didn't like, but as I got older,
mhm.
I've grown to like them.
Okay.
Like even like in most West African foods, I've seen them put the beef tripe in their soups. The beef tripe, the stomach, and everything like that. Jamaicans do that too. I always hated that when I was younger. I hated the tripe in the soup and the cow feet. When I was younger, I wasn't too fond of that. Now, if you go to any African restaurant and you order the soups or a goosey soup and everything like that, they all have the beef tripe in it and the cow foot. Like even in Sierra Leone, they make it with goat meat. They might put chicken in it or the cow foot. So those things carried over into the Caribbean culture.
Mm. Perfect. So, any brother Boris,
Yeah,
that's okay.
thank
So,
you so much.
yeah, for anyone who just joined us today, we're having a great meeting. So, brother Marco just included himself. He was speaking about the similarity between the food you're gonna find in Africa, in America, and the Caribbean, because him being from all them part, family from mom and dad from Jamaica, born in America, found his root in Ghana, Cameroon, Nigeria, and other places, and then he did travel a lot. So thank you, brother Michael, for providing that information. I haven't got a question for you, but I just want to say that I appreciate the knowledge you got. We always happy to have you on the chat. Because you know a lot, and honestly, we privileged for that.
Thank you. I just want to share this too because I didn't share it before.
Mhm.
When I traveled to Cameroon, I was received in the Bamileke chiefdom Bamenju,
Mhm.
and I was received in the Tikar kingdom, Watikon. And I visited multiple Tikar kingdoms while I was there, and I also visited Fumban, which is Tikalaje's kingdom.
Mhm.
I was all over Cameroon. So if anybody has any questions in the future, I'm open for any questions about my experience in Cameroon as well.
Thank you. So you got all here that. So if you got any question about the Chika people, any question about personal experience in Cameroon, in Ghana, and I think in Nigeria. You've been in Nigeria as well, is it?
Yeah, Nigeria, Benin, Togo. I've been to all of those countries.
So anyone got any question, you can contact Marco directly on the chat. So if anyone here is not on the chat, you can contact Sister Avantage. She's the admin. She's going to add you on the chat, and then you'll be able to ask your question directly to Michael. All right. So
thank you.
Thank you again, Brother Michael. We do appreciate you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome. So we're going to move on to anyone who want to introduce themselves. Maman Gassam is here. She just been in Cameroon. She was in Cameroon for quite long. She went there for some charity work. She's the president of the Bamileke of Atlanta. She's also working on the background to organize a massive event in February, which can host all the Bamileke coming anywhere, from Europe, from America, from Canada, from everywhere. So if she's ready, we're gonna let her introduce herself, and then she can really speak about that project as well.
Hello, everyone. I am the president of Obam Leke Association in Georgia. My name is Marlis Depo Gassam, but usually I'm called Maman Gassam. I just came back from Cameroon. I'm still kind of jet lagged. I had a meeting because we meet, our association has a meeting on the third Saturday. So I came back and just had a few hours. I had to prepare the meeting, executive meeting, a general assembly meeting, and we had the meeting till almost midnight. So I'm just getting awakening myself. So I was in Cameroon for 5 weeks to inaugurate some of our projects. I've been just a little background on me. I've been the president of ABBA for almost 2 years. In the election occurred in April of 2020. So I've been a president just really with COVID. Everything is virtual. And we've been able to do some of the things that we traditionally the association does, like carry out development project back home. We have voted before the COVID to do too well. That was the very first time the association was doing well. Obam Leke was created in 2007 by a group of Cameroonian born in the West region. It started with a dozen or so people, and it grew into a very, very strong 80-something members. And starting in 2013, they started doing charity work, going to orphanages, giving mattresses and pillows. And after that round, because they decided when they set out to do work in Cameroon, there had to be some orderly way of doing it and not just randomly, so everybody, no one would feel left out. So we have open season for project. Member would submit project. First, the association decide what they want to do that year. And when it's voted on, member would submit project. And we try to do project in all the 8 regions of the West Cameroon. So member are encouraged to submit project. If there's more than one project, they would vote for it. But gradually, the association increased in number, meaning also in financial strength. So we can do bigger projects. So the budget from one year to another would increase. When I came to the association in 2000, at the end of 2017, the association was just in the midst of doing hospital bed in different community. So I was actually in Cameroon in 2019, and I presided over a bed donation in Bamungum, I believe that's the name of the place. And I also and in Fortesa. So I was a member at that time. Then when I became the president, we have voted to up the project and increase the budget. So we voted to do project, and Atlanta has been the host of the first Leke convention at the end of 2019. So in 2020, in October, because clean water well was the project, and the digging the well is a seasonal project. It has to occur in the dry season, which start at the end of October into beginning November to January. So the project was successfully launched and completed under my leadership. So in February of 2021, we did 2 well. And now, a week ago or so, 10 days or so, we inaugurated 3 well. So in total, in 10 months, during my leadership, in 10 months, we did 5 projects. This is really, really something monumental, because any association can do 1 project, we set out to do, we tried to do two, and it was successful. And I went ahead and say, why not? And even though we didn't raise the fund as we customarily do, because the association is well grounded, we were able to go ahead and do those projects. And now, what Brother Monkam just mentioned, our way of raising fund is through a gala. Usually we do a blowout event, red carpet, very fancy. We haven't done one in 2 years because of COVID. So we're planning one for February 26th. And I'm really urging anyone who's around or who can travel to come and really this monumental thing that we're doing. Yes, what we just did as an association. I'm shocked too, because this started out as a wishful thinking in a sense. The association wanted to do what we call in French pre-aménagé. It's an adapted well. We do a manual well because number one, the cost is low, and number two, is better, and it doesn't depend on electricity. Because in Cameroon, electricity and water, anything that has to do with the government is problematic, because you cannot rely on any of that. You can go for a period of 1, 2, 3 months without electricity or water in some area. And it's the normal way of life. Nobody, there's no point in complaining. So we went for, I was able to propose that to the association, and it was welcome, because I have a nonprofit on my own and I had done my research, and it was best to go with those, even though there's a downside with the manual well. During the dry season, the water supply is low. So the community just have to regulate the usage and get used to it, because if you go with the electrical well, every time that they cut the water, you cannot really do anything, and chances are it reduces the lifetime of the engine, the motor that is put in. So we have been doing, we did 2 water well, which was adapted well. But now when we went to the community this time, only of the 3 well that we just inaugurated, only 1 was an adapted well. The second community really demanded that we do something totally different. And the cost was going to be around 20 million CFA. And our budget is really not even nothing close to that. But really, as a leader, I had to just sit back. It was very frustrating. And we went back and forth, back and forth. And the technician came back after going to the community the 5th time and really talked to me and said, listen, I see your enthusiasm. I see how much you want to help. But if we give them what they don't want, it would be a loss for us, because they're not going to maintain it. And I say, what can we do? And together we discussed, and he convinced me that we can give them something of what they want, and with our budget, because when I stated my budget, I say I'm not moving, because there's a lot of things going on my end. I have a lot of account to give. There's a lot of accountability. So I am not changing anything financial wise. What can we do? And we work together. The community work with us, and we give them a project that would have cost 3-4 times the amount if they have done it on their own. We did it on our budget and gave them and took water from a natural source and pipe it to up to a kilometer, gave them 3 water points, and along the way anybody can tap in water as if it was city water. The supply that we put in place, there's a little place built with a heavy that only need the daily supply in the point of distribution is. So we give way beyond what what they were expecting. This is alone. And now we go to a third project, and that village, just like the second one, told us they really don't need a well, another well. They had many spread out through the village, and they're not working because the village themselves, they're not taking responsibility to maintain anything. And so they proposed to say, if you can rehabilitate one of the major electrical well that goes with the tower, is the distance between the two are about that is would provide water to. This is a gigantic thing. And again, with the budget that we have, I had to be very careful. But really coming down to being flexible and listening and adapting to what the need is in each community, we were able to successfully do that second project that is totally different to what we set out to do. So we rehabilitated what we call forage. We rehabilitated the water tower. We connected the two, and because the community was there was still a lot of things. We got the sabotage in between, the community sabotage, because they were mad. They wanted us to come and give them the money. And that was out of the question. So there was a lot of back and forth. We ended up implementing a solar panel to change the system, the current system, even though we fix it, foreseeing that there may be problems in the future because it may go bad again and it will sit there with no usage. And that means the money that we have spent would have been for nothing. I propose again that we change this current system, electrical system, into solar panel, and that we did that successfully. So the association, we have gone to a much higher ground. And what I'm urging anyone, I'm going to be sending out pictures and information on all this. On top of all that, while I was in Cameroon, we had received donation from an organization here in the United States. It's a group of 27 women, African American, something for a country in Africa for COVID. And one of the people, the lady, just happened to have attended our convention. So they contacted me, and I say they wanted to give COVID supply, gel and mask. And I say, well, we need a lot more than that. So they provided us, generally speaking, toiletry, hygienic pad, lotion, soap, first aid, lots of first aid kit. So the item was shipped to Cameroon, and I went to 5 different refugee centers before Christmas. And so I am very physically 5 weeks in Cameroon. Literally, I had 6 days for myself. So I was going up and down. I went 4 times West region. And on top of all this, I had 4 deaths in the family, and I had like 3 burials. So it's been a very busy December, and came back, and I just wanted see, I have not logged into the broadcast in a while because of the time change. It used to be, I think, 5 or 6. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna try to connect and see what it's all about today. And I'm glad Moncam noticed that I was connected, and that's my story. Nice meeting everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Aminga Sam. So you didn't miss anything really, because we didn't have any meeting for a long time, because obviously, you know, it's festive time, and then some of us wasn't too well, so we didn't actually. That's the first meeting for probably about maybe 2 months. So you didn't miss anything at all. The last meeting you was there because you told us that you was going to Cameroon, so you didn't miss anything at all. So in regard in regard to everything you're doing, if you can send us all the detail about it, especially the event happening in Atlanta in February, because some of us in America, everywhere, if they got time, they may actually pop there. I don't know, maybe myself, I may actually get to travel down.
That would be nice.
You
That
never
would
know.
be nice.
So send us all the detail, and then we're gonna look into that. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you again, my Manga-san. Thank you. Anyway, we're gonna come back to you after, because I'm sure that people got a question about Cameroon. We're gonna come back after that. So Brother Monte, I'm gonna introduce Brother Monte. He's a very valued member of the Reconnected Grassfield. So he's our spiritual leader. So anything you want to know about the spirituality of your people, Brother Monte got the answer. So I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Gama chasielo pepuma banguza pio. It only means that I send you all the greetings and I wish you a happy new year, even though we don't really have a new year the same way. But in general, we just say happy new year. Thank you, my brother, for that introduction. But listen, I must correct something. I'm not a spiritual leader.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay.
So please.
I'm sorry for my hands up.
Yeah, I can't, So I know what I know. I know the little things that I know regarding our spirituality and custom, culture, whatever you want to call it. But I cannot call myself a spiritual. Myself, I'm a student of that knowledge, and I'm a forever learner. I'm always willing to share what I know. So, and again, I truly appreciate this conversation right now. Give me a chance to kind of like resume from what we're doing as a not just as an organization, which I also have a nonprofit that takes care of the coming back, in terms of values in our tradition and culture. It's called MRTA, Movement for the Renaissance of the Tradition of Africa. And I connected it, in the past to my brother Monkam to also create a platform, which is this platform to have discussions, with our brothers and sisters that left, those who are left long time ago. Some people say 400 years ago, some people say 300 years ago. So those who are lost, the cultural language and all those things that have to do with identity, we decided to be those who help them reconnecting back again, right? And that's what we're doing. And then from there, we created many sort of activity and conversation, which we have a group chat right now where everybody can ask questions regarding that department. I'm not going to be too long. I know I'm going to, we need to give chance to anybody to talk, but this is your brother Monte Chakunte. And, me personally, I am interested, very, very, very interested in finding out the connections between African people on the traditional level. Because from my research that I've done for many years in different tribes, not just the Bamileke, I realized that our unity is only in our spirituality and tradition. If we keep looking at the things that we learn after colonization, after slavery and all of that, we're not going to see our unity. I realized that, for instance, before I stop, I'm going to give you one example that I just found out a month ago. What you see behind me, I hope you guys see my video.
Yeah,
what you see behind me is a cloth from the Bamileke people called Ndop, right? This is like the flag of the Bamileke people. In it, it's written and it's codified our spirituality. Every single sign in the line has a specific meaning in our spirituality. Remember that I told you this is called Ndop. And back in the days, this was only worn by kings or queens or high notable in the village back in the days. Regular people couldn't wear it because how heavy it is as far as the meanings. Now, this is what I found out. Guess what? We are Bamileke people, right? We are in West Cameroon. There is a tribe in Congo. They're called the Buka people, okay? And I'm sorry, the Kuba people. Kuba. Sometimes they call Bakuba, Bakuba.
PA.
Yes. So those people, yes, you can look this up. Amazing. Now they're in Congo. I think in the south region of Congo. They speak another language. I'm in Cameroon, so I think I'm different than the Congolese, right? But the Kuba people, when the king dies, they have a mask that they make. The little mask you can hold in your hand like this. Guess how they call that mask? They call that mask Ndo. They call the mask Ndo. And the mask is supposed to represent not the king, but represent the spirit of the deceased king. But only because that king was worded to the village, then they're going to make him live forever by creating this unique mask, which is found in the British Museum. The mask has been stolen by the English, and now it's in the British Museum. It's called the Ndo mask. The Bamileke use a cloth for only king that will wear. It's called Ndo. But the Kuba people now mix mask. That's called the same name. Now, are you going to say I'm different than that tribe? No. But because I speak a different language and I speak a different language, you might think we're different. But if we go in our tradition, we see that we have the same exact, I would say, core. It might be little changes, but same exact core, and our unity is in there. So that's my kind of like the area where I've researched for a long time, trying to see the similarity between us, so we know that we're pretty much the same people. That's including those that are here in America that they usually call African American, which I don't like. I call brothers and sisters from the motherland that were stolen, but they can never be stolen if they know, because their spirit will be forever connected to that land. Thank you so much.
Brother Monte, I found a bunch of similarities between many West and Central African cultures as well. And I think in the future we could have talk about that in a separate meeting.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Definitely, brother. That'd be awesome.
That would be good.
I just took one example.
Yeah, good next week.
Yeah, I just took one example. There are so many examples. You're talking about the Bamana people in Mali, the Dogon people in Mali, the Zulu. We have so much similarity. You will be amazed. But yes, thank you so much.
Thank you. I mean, that would be a good, really educational one. So we can work on the similarity, and then we can just have a show where we can actually think about that. Thank you again, Brother Monte. Thank you. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna move back to the lady in the room. Let me just have a look what's going on there. There's some noise. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the ladies in the room, and then we're gonna come back to the king. All right. So let's introduce the queens in the room. Okay, my sister Avanti, she's very valued member of the ReConnected Grassfield. Not only she does the Reconnect Grassfield, she also run a Chika group where she actually manage helping people to learn the language and everything with other Chika people probably back home. She's our administrator for this group, and I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
Well, like he said, my name is Avanti. I am Tikar. I am from Chicago, Illinois. I do admin this group as well as run another group where we do learn our traditional language and talk about and learn other cultural aspects. And I also do have outings with those of us who are Tikar in Chicago, and we go and support other Cameroonian-owned businesses.
Wow. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I am glad to be here. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you for everything you do, not only for the ReConnected Grassfield, for what you do as well for the other group. And that's a massive thing, you know. going out to support Cameroonian business. You know, it's just amazing. You know, so I believe each time you think of in somewhere, you look at Cameroon first, or the context of supporting the business, and then to also get food from home.
Yes,
That's amazing. So if anyone is not in any of the group, you want to be part of the group, just contact Sister Avanti directly. You can send her your phone number on the chat. She's gonna add you on her groups. You know, I'm sure at this condition, she's gonna look into that. She's gonna look into that. So thank you again, sister. Anyone got any question? I only take one question. Anyone got one question for Sister Avanti?
I have one. Sorry for having so much questions. How do you support businesses? Hi, sorry. I'll be quick. How do you support the businesses? What is the form of the support?
Well, the ones that we do have here are restaurants. So we there's one coffee shop where we went. That was our last outing, where it's a Cameroonian owned coffee shop, and his family has a coffee farm in Cameroon. I do not remember exactly where right now, the location, but he is Bamaleke. So we went there and we got together, and we were able to meet him and another contact that he's in the Reconnected Grassfields, Aurelian. He's here too. He has an entertainment business, and he's Bamaleke as well. And he was able to come and meet up with us and fellowship as well. So we were able to talk with him, meet the owner, and we bought a few items from his shop, because he sold other items and coffee from Cameroon. So we do stuff like that. And we also went to a restaurant too. That was really, really nice. I think I put pictures in the group and videos in the group of that event. But that was really nice as well. So we went there and we met up and we ate and fellowshipped and met with the owner of the restaurant there as well. So.
Thank you, Avanti. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Saw the picture. Yeah, I mean, it's just like over here in the UK, we got something called a black pound. So which means that one time a month you spend in the black business. But me personally, anytime I want to buy something, I look at, is it any black person doing it in my area before I can go anywhere? Because it's quite important for us to look at how we can support our business, especially if like in my area, I only got one black shop who sell plantain, who sell everything. Everything else is other people. So if everybody buy it to them people, the black shop is not going to have any customer. So I always look at, if I need to get my key cut, is there any black person doing that in my area or a little bit further to my area? And then I'm going to go there and do it. It's not that because maybe it's racism or anything. It's just important to support your own your business. If anyone anyone like you got a business, you need to keep it going. So thank you for that. It's really good. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna continue with the lady. So let me have a look. I was there. We got Sister Bridget. How are you doing?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Brigitte, and I first would like to say thank you to Avanti and I believe Lisa, who invited me to be a part of this group. I totally didn't know anything about you guys.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Brigitte sound very French. Sorry for calling you. Brigitte sound very French.
It's very French. I am it's Brigitte. It's French way. So I am Tika. I am very well known as the Tika Princess. In Cameroon, I was the first recognized DNA traced African American to be named the princess by Camille Moti Badius,
Mhm.
in Bafia in 2010.
Okay. So you pick up from the Mbam Chika group, which is in the central part of Cameroon, Bafia.
Yes, exactly.
Mhm.
So I was a part of the historical Art Jammers ReConnection program that took place in 2010 and 2011. That
That was the
huge.
first one. That was the first one with Eric
Yeah.
Chinje and what's the name again?
Eric,
Ava.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. And I just wrote my first children's book on that whole experience. It Rains in Africa. So the first children's book, it's a mini DNA lesson on genealogy, and teaches children about going back to Africa and reconnecting. And because my experience was so huge, I felt compelled to share it. And I think all kids should know about the experience and experience exactly what I experienced in Cameroon. So that's
where can we find the book?
The book is
Amazon.
Amazon, and it's in French and it's in English.
English as well, okay.
Exactly. I had to cater to my family because my family speaks both French and English. So it's there at Amazon, and the name of it is It Rains in Africa.
Okay, let me see if you can share the link, please. That would be so amazing. I think someone shared the link there. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Is it Justin? Yeah, someone shared the link there.
Yes, and I appreciate the support, but I hope you guys like it. I try to represent Cameroon in a very good way.
Oh, thank you.
I love my country.
Thank you. If you can share also on the Reconnected Grassfield. Are you part of the Reconnected Grassfield?
No, I'm just I'm not really connected. I was like when after 2010 and 2011, I was involved in a whole lot of stuff. I was part of the Miss Africa USA pageant with Lady Kate.
Yeah, Kate Juma, is it Kate? She's in DC area.
Yeah, and I live in DC as well.
Yeah.
So I was a part of that. I was part of something big at the Smithsonian Institute. I was a judge for the Miss Guinea pageant. I was promoting African fashion designers. I don't know if you know Kibonin.
Kibonin Fee.
Yes.
Yeah.
I started promoting her first when she first started with the Pirette Couture. So I was involved with a lot. So yeah, that's my spiel, and I'm so happy because like doing the 10-year challenge now. So my book comes out 10 years after me going through that whole experience, which was phenomenal. Wow. So I look forward to you guys supporting me. I hope that you can. And also check out my my website. It's the TCarPrincess.com. The TCarPrincess.com, as well as itraisinafrica.com. And they both those, I just own both of those domains, but it's the same website. So I needed to buy the domain for my book. So, and you can go there and put your email address in because I'm going to be having an official book signing at the Cameroon Embassy here in DC, probably like in late March or mid-April, because it's snowing here in DC right now. It's snowing like crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. But thank you guys for having me. Avanti, I appreciate you. And now that I know that you're in Chicago, I gotta plug you in with some people up there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Take care, guys. I'm still on, but I'm gonna jump off so somebody else can talk now. Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate that. So I just found your website. I'm going to share it to the group right now. And anyone just have a look at the book, at the website, and then check what our sister is doing. Like she said, she represents Cameroon all the level.
Yes.
So thank you very much for that. And then you know what, you always welcome in the family. So we're family in here. And then if you want to take another time to to talk more about everything you do, you can have your day for that. So you just have to let Sister Avanti know. We can set up the stage. We're all going to be there to listen and ask you a question about it. So
Sure.
anytime, you know, the platform is our platform. It's not mine. It's not.
I have a
It's
lot
not,
to share.
it's not
Trust
anyone.
me, I
It's
have a
our
whole
platform.
lot to share. Yeah. I have a lot to share. So anytime I will share. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. So I'm just going to share your website now to everyone. Let me just do that now. There you go. I've shared it. Thank you very much, Sister Bridget. We appreciate you. Okay, we're going to move on to the next queen in the room. So it's going to be Bianca. How are you doing, Sister Bianca?
I'm doing well. How are you guys? Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
So just a little about myself. My name is Bianca. I'm from Chicago. I have recently found out, probably May of this year, that I was from the Tikar tribe and Hausa tribe of Cameroon. So I'm just in the beginning of my journey. And I have went on an outing with Avanti here in Chicago. It was very fun. We went to the Cameroon restaurant and we had a ball. So I'm just honored to be here with everyone and getting to know everyone. And hopefully one day we all can go to Cameroon together.
Oh, definitely, definitely. I mean, that's what we hear. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're working on. You know, we actually got someone over there, Sister, she does videos. What's the name? Sister Aris. And then we got Brother Monte, who is actually doing something on that field as well. He's looking at how he can actually do a proper connection, because going home, sometimes you don't want to go home and then end up in the places where you're going to see everything you see in America. Yeah. So Brother Monte, he's the best person for that. He's working on the project where he's going to reconnect people proper to the tradition. So when you get over there, you know, you're going to see things that you wanted to see. You're going to get an answer to all the questions you got. So we're working on it. And then we just have to keep being together. And then, yeah, it will happen.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So thank you very much. And again, welcome to the family. You know, if you got more questions about the Chika, you know, Brother Marco, he's a good person. He's the best person to answer that. He's in the Reconnected Grass Field, and I'm sure that he's on the Chika group as well. Or Brother Chika Laji as well. He knows a lot about the Chika, you know. So that's the people I go to if I want to find out anything. So they know a lot about the Chika. If you want to know more, yeah. Brother Marco, you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, I'm just saying that sister want to get any information about the Chika or anything.
Yes,
she'll be coming back to you and Brother Chika Laji as well.
Sure. You could if you could connect with me on social media, or you can send me a direct message. I'm connected to multiple Tikar kings. I'm known most of all the Tikar kingdoms. People know me in the Tikar kingdoms. Notables, kings, whatever. You know, a lot of them know me, and I interact with people on a daily basis in Cameroon. So, and I have a lot of notes about Tikar culture that I've accumulated from what I've learned over the years. So I know a lot of the culture. I know some basic language, not much, but I know some basic language. I have a lot of notes on the language as well. So if you have any questions about the culture, you know what I'm saying, I could assist you with understanding some of it.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
But what I see in ruin the Dabzi, translate what I just say, Brother Monkam.
What do you say?
But what I see in ruin the Dabzi, translate.
I didn't get it.
So yeah, so I just asked if anybody, so if everybody here has the Dendap, which is the one
Okay.
thing that unite the whole Bamileke region, whether you Tika or you call yourself Bamileke.
The
This
free
right
from the.
here, you guys can see on the video.
Mhm.
This right here,
Oh, my
all of you guys should have this. Monkam, brother Monkam, you can tell them, or maybe Mama Ngasam, please, maybe you can go ahead and tell them what is this and what that represents to the Bamileke land.
Yes, I have one too. I carry it with me every day.
Exactly. Exactly.
Mama Ngasam siele, Mama Ngasam, Chicho retonu.
Maminga Sam.
Yes, yes. What are you
Voila.
saying? The
Oui, Mama
connection,
Ngasam.
is you're breaking. I can't hear. I just, what did you say? The connection, you went out.
Brother Monte want to give us an insight of what is the meaning of carrying a dindam with you. What is a dindam first, and then what is important to have it for everyone over here, which is something very huge in the Grassfield area. So what is it? And then why is it important to have it? That's what he wanted you to explain.
Actually, I was at the market the day I was leaving a couple of days ago, and I always know about the Njinjim, the jujube. And the lady that was accompanying me also actually told me about that the one that you just say, because I had to with everything that I was doing, I went through it wasn't all that fun. So I'm just telling the outcome, because the process was very difficult. I got very sick, and even after I got back, the effect of whatever it is was still lingering, and I think it's all out. And she told me about that, they were after I left, they realized that they should have given me that to take with me, to just have it with me as a ancestral and divine protection. So that's all I know about it, because I know about the jinjim, which you chew or you just keep it as a whole with you. But then that is something very protective, like spiritual protection, something that you have with you. So I can have that. And she handed me, we picked a few pieces, because
I've shared a link.
she told me.
We speak a bit about it. So it's a link. Let's have a look. You really don't need to buy from that link. I just share it so you can just read it. So if anyone want it, I think.
I had a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mama Gaston, her connection was really bad. But okay, so is this something that we can buy, or does it have to be given to us?
Good question. Very good question.
Yes, you can buy. Yes, you can buy. You can buy, and is something that goes around, because I knew the link that Brother Moncam just shared is the jujube, the ninjum that we call it has a sweet taste to it. But the one Brother Monte was saying, I just found out about it. I don't know what it looks like. It looks similar. It's kind of, the shape is different. But the lady told me I needed that. That is more powerful to have that. And it's very good that Brother Monte brought that up. I want to know more detail about it myself. So, but you can buy it, and also it's a lot of the time is given to you if you're in ceremonial event. The birthday parents, adult would chew it up, and if you're traveling, they'll chew on you, because the first thing that I know about it since childhood is that it wears off an evil spirit. They chew it, sometimes they spit it on you, not in a bad way, or they put it in the hand and rub it on your body, on your face, on your hands and feet. Usually it's to wear off evil spirit. So
Yeah, yeah.
Gopenu, Gopenu Tomamanga, some no, Rema, thank you so much for giving that explanation. I really wanted that the mother explained to us what it is. But for those who want to know, I can go a little deeper what this represents for the Bamileke people. Not just to the Bamileke, even some tribe in Mali use it. Even it's found also in the Zulu tradition. So a couple of tribes in Africa still use this. Sometimes it's called Jinjim, sometimes it's called Jujub, sometimes it's called Dendap, depending on the tribe that calls it. But it's the same element. This comes from a very old tree that grew up in, the sub-Saharan area of Africa. The tree itself is a tree that's not grown anywhere, but the tree itself is usually planted by the wise people in the village, and it's used, as the mothers say, to spell around or to cast out all the evil energy and spirit that can take over your body, and also that can take over your descendants. So this is pretty much something that all Bamileke, whether they believe in Christianity or Islam, they will have this. So this is again one of the main common denominator of the Bamileke people. Jujub, Jinjim, Dendap is this thing that unite the entire region. Even if I go to see a Bamun that call himself a Muslim, if I go and see a Tikar sometime that might call himself a Muslim, if I even see a Bamileke who call himself a Christian, guess what? If I look in the pocket, they're gonna have Jinjim, they're gonna have Dendap. If I go in the house, if I go in their house, I will see their father when his children is about to go for an exam. Guess what? The father is going to take 7 seeds, because what you see in there, you could peel this off, and inside there are seeds. So in here you can have more than maybe 200 seeds in this little thing. The father will remove 7 seeds from this guy, chew it, speak some magic word, bless the children, and throw in the face of the children through spitting, right? And then blessing the children against any evil or any person that might not want him to succeed for the exam, to protect the children. This is practice today, not yesterday, but today in the Bamileke region and some of the African tribes. Why do I bring this? I bring this because these are the things that unite us. These are the things that even if you call yourself Muslim, Christian, or whatever, guess what? You still do this. So yeah, it was important for me to bring this up. Yes, you can buy this. What I would suggest usually is to buy from somebody that you know who will get there, who will get it there. Okay? It's always best like that. I'll just give that advice, right? If you know somebody in Cameroon, whether it's Monkam who knows his brother, whether it's me who know my brother, anybody, that's why we here, we create this community so we can help each other. I just went back to Cameroon. I brought some of them, not a lot, I brought some of them, and I already given to those who asked, right? So, but it was good for me to explain what this means and how important it is for the land and for the people which we represent. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Brother Monty. I mean, I just want to add something that is true, because I've got a man as well. And then each time I'm somewhere, if I don't feel, if the vibe is not good, I feel that I'm not settled. I'm going to remove 7 of them. I'm going to eat in my hand everywhere. And then I'm back again. Then you know that you protected. You're there, but the ancestor actually around you. Sometimes you get somewhere and then you don't feel comfortable. You don't feel settled or anything like that. Even if, what you're going to notice if you travel, probably not even in Cameroon, if you know any good Bamileke, and then you're going to find out that they always got that in their car. It's going to be probably on the floor. You know, that's what I noticed in Cameroon so many times. Even my brother in France, he's not going to drive his car without having that on the floor. He does taxi and all that. So it's like an extra guidance, protection, anything like that. You know, and even when you go to cool case, anything like that, you know, you can just remove 7 of them, rub it, and then before you can get into that cool room, you know, so there's so many meanings, so many things you can actually use that for. And as Brother Monte says, You don't need to be Christian, Muslim, or anything. All them people are going to be using it. Even a priest, a Catholic priest, is going to be using it as well. When he goes back, a grass-fed Catholic priest is going to use it when he doesn't feel comfortable somewhere. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to add it. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, brother. If I may add something about this. Again, I don't want to be too long.
Mhm.
We're gonna leave it for people who want to know more. Then we're gonna answer.
Yeah.
So for those who want to know more, please ask away. Don't be shameful or whatever. Whatever question you ask, you can ask regarding this. There is another tree that we call Mfienkro. Mfienkro, it's like the tree of peace. That's also something that all across the biomolecular and going to the Bamun region, we all have it in our house. You cannot see the house of a king, or you cannot see a house of a notable that doesn't have the Shinkro. Now that's another topic. But the Shinkro, which is that peace tree, has pretty much the same meaning as this one. So if we're going to claim ourselves to be Tika again, to be Bamileke, to be Bamun, we need to look at what is our common denominator, and this is one. That's all I'm saying. And we're not just having just to decorate. This works, and this also is the way how we connect to our ancestors. So when you talk to your ancestors, in order to enhance that connection, just like when you want to talk on the phone, you want to have a service, right? You might be somewhere where you have bad service. Guess what? You have that $1,000 phone in your hand, but guess what? If you don't have service, you can't talk to nobody. So we use Nindap, Njijim, or Jujub to enhance the communication with your ancestors. Why? Because it is a seed that they have used for thousands of years for rituals. So because they have used it for so long, we use that stuff that they've used to directly create that connection to them. So why are you showing it? We might have even videos for those who are interested how to use it. And don't be scared. There is no witchcraft here, because I know what some people are going to say. I'm sorry to say this, because often I had people, oh, I hope I'm not doing any witchcraft. Well, this has nothing to do with anything as far as witchcraft. It's just an entity. It's just a seed coming from nature that we use to protect ourselves. I know some of you use scents to protect your house. I see a lot of people who burn scent in their house. Now ask yourself, why are you burning scent in your house? Because the tree or the leaf that you're burning has some properties that the smoke from it remove or chase away some of the bad energy around you. People use that for cleansing. Then that is the same thing. But this one, you don't have to burn any scent. So I really wanted to explain this. This is so important, to the point where maybe Mamanga Sam can correct me. You cannot call yourself a Tika or a Bamileke if you really don't carry this in you. I'm just saying. That's how important it is in our tradition and culture. Right? So, all right, thank you.
Unless you have been brainwashed
Well,
not to look at your tradition as something good, unless you have been brainwashed to look at anything that is not Western as something bad. So
Yeah, it's true.
wait, hold on. Somebody, Drea Tamora. I'm sorry, baby, if I'm not pronouncing well your name. I'm reading your message. You're saying that your first grandchild, I call Juju Bean. Huh?
Yes.
Wow.
Her
Juju Bean.
her given name is Angel Serenity, but from the moment she was born, the first word out of my mouth was BB's Juju Bean. I call her BB. You know, I am her BB grandmother, which I understand is Swahili for grandmother. But I to this day call her Juju Bean. She would be 2 February 16th.
Oh, go
Wow.
peno, mamisa, go peno to. Bo. Go peno to. Vraiment. Maman, ça, il faut lui dire merci, parce que c'est the name that you gave right there, wow, this is awesome. Did you know that they wanted to demonize our tradition to the point where the term juju is used to portray the devil? when you say in juju, they think
Oh my
that thing
goodness.
is dark magic. This is how they
Oh
twisted
my goodness.
our spirituality. So I thank you for even bringing that
Every
to the
single
name
thing.
of your child.
Every single thing.
Yeah. So this is awesome. Maybe we're gonna be able to enlighten you more on what that means and even properly guide your grandchildren, because this is powerful right there. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. We're gonna move on directly to Queen Graya. So she's gonna introduce herself. The stage is yours, my sister.
Did you call upon me?
Yes, yes. Is it Graya?
Okay, yes.
Sorry,
Drea.
I mean, yeah, maybe saying it wrong.
Thank you. Yes, no, my given name is Andrea Tamora. Drea Tamora for short. I received my ancestry link 100% Bamalike from my maternal line. Unfortunately, I will not be able to do my paternal line because I am absent of my father in my life, and there's no genetic connections to my father present as well. But I'll take it. I am from New York. I am a mother of 4 wonderful children, and again, my first and only granddaughter. I'm excited to be here. I try and tap in as much as I can via Facebook, the Facebook group, and via email. I'm glad to be here, Miss Brigitte. I am going to order your book, ma'am, for my granddaughter for her second birthday. So thank you. And again, I'm just glad to be here. I learn a lot, and bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So, yes,
I want to say
if
one thing. I want to
Sister
say
Avanti gonna be able to add you to the reconnected grass field. So, you on Facebook? What's your Facebook?
It's as it is, Drea Tamora, but
Okay.
yeah, Sister Avanti and I have spoken before.
Okay. Okay.
At this point, I don't have room on my phone for
Okay.
the
Okay. Okay.
messaging.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So thank
Well,
you.
thank you. So, if you want to learn again, you want to learn anything, anytime, you can always contact us. You know, I'll be able to provide you a bit of knowledge about the Bible, but I'm not the best person. But anything you want to know, I'll see if I can get it for you, and then if I can, I'll contact somebody else for that. Thank you, and welcome to the family again. You know, thank you. So thank you again. We're gonna move to the next queen. As I said, guys, your turn gonna come. We need to do on the traditional way. We need to make sure that our queen, we can listen to our queen first. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna move on to, we got a sister here. She's our ears, our eyes for the Caribbean. She represents Jamaica. She's very smart, and then she's gonna be including herself. I'm gonna let her speak. Sister Kristen, it's yours.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Kristen Blake, and I have been a member of this group for the last, I think it's almost a year now. Yes, I think it's 1 year. I've learned so much about the Cameroonian culture, and I'm very intrigued. All the things that have been shared in our forum has propelled me to want to know, about my ancestors, where I come from. As a Jamaican, we learn the story of colonization, but we don't know so much about our people. I did a genealogy research in my country, but I was only able to go up to, I think, the 8th generation. And there was not enough information to let me know where my people come from. So currently, recently I did my test, so I'm actually awaiting the results, and I'm really excited to see, which part of Africa I am from. But in any case, I feel like I'm a part of this Cameroonian family. My dear friend is from Cameroon, and he's the one who introduced me to this forum. So I'm really grateful. So big up to Boris. And yes, so that's it from me. I currently live in France, but as I said, I'm from Jamaica. Yeah.
Thank you, sister. Thank you. So we can't wait to get that result. You know, doesn't matter what happened there.
Yes.
You, my sister, you our sister, yeah?
Always.
It doesn't matter what happens. So if your result come Cameroon or no Cameroon, you are Cameroonian to us in our eyes. Yeah. So thank you again. And thanks to Brother Boris for introducing you. You know, it's really a massive pleasure, you know, to have you on the chat and then to be able to share everything, to compare the culture. You know, I know that offline I spoke to you so many times, and then the culture is just the same thing. You know, so many things you experience in Jamaica and then I experience in Cameroon. You know, it just come together. Everything just come together. You know, so we want people, and then that's why I always say that when I hear the word Afro descendant, to me it's like somebody was taken away. You know, they survive, and then that's why you guys are here. You know, so it's like a sad thing, but at the end it became a happy thing because one person survived, and then to allow you to come back and reconnect with us again. You know, so yeah. Thank you very much. We're gonna move on to another queen. I don't know if anyone spoke already. Let me just see. Let me just go around and see. Okay, next queen is Mabrini. How you doing, sister?
Peace, love, and blessings, everyone. I'm Brainy. My given name is Doris. I've had several ancestral naming ceremonies. My maternal lineage tested through African ancestry. It came back Tikar Hausa Fulani of Cameroon and Bubi people of Bayoko Island. I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to learn so much. And every day I want to learn more and participate in so much. And I'm glad to be a part of this forum right now. Thank you all.
Oh, thank you, sister. Thank you. So welcome back home. You know, I mean, you got Hausa, Cameroon. Is it Hausa, Cameroon, Chika,
Yes.
and the Bubi people? I mean, the Bubi people actually, they're very, very close to Cameroon. They're more close to Cameroon than Equatorial Guinea. You know, when you look at the map of the location where the Bubi Island is, which is Malabo, it's probably about, maybe if you got to get the boat, probably about half an hour to Kribi. No, not Kribi, to Limbe or to Douala. Very, very close. So they're similar, the same people as well. No.
Okay, thank you. I'm ready to go back home.
So again, if you want to learn more about the Chika, about everything, that's what we're here for. You know, you can, and then Sister Avanti can add you to the ReConnected Grassfield, where we exchange message about different subjects. You know, we learn a lot of things from there as well. Yeah.
Yes, and thank you, Avanti. I greatly appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, and welcome again to the family. All right, so we're gonna move on to Sister Patrice. How you doing, my sister?
I'm doing good. I also just recently did my African ancestry, and I got the same results: the Bubi of Bayoko Island and the Hausa, Tikar, and Fulani of Cameroon.
Wow.
And I currently live in Ohio. Before I did our African ancestry, I had no idea, no connection back to the continent at all, other than the fact that my aunt was a missionary, and she's actually been to Cameroon a few times.
Wow.
And so it was really funny when I told her that, you know, that's where our ancestry comes from. But I'm just new here, and I want to learn all the things, and I want to be able to teach my children. I want them to, you know, to have a foundation and not grow up and, you know, feel like they're just kind of free falling like I did all my life. And so I'm really looking forward to giving them something to stand on.
Wow. Wow, thank you. I mean, like you said, it's a very good thing. You know, you want to learn, you want your children to know where they came from. So you actually kind of like unlock that way, you open that door for the whole generation. So anyone coming after that or even before that, they know that, you know, they're Chika, Hausa, Bubi people. Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you. And as we say, you're already on the ReConnection chat. Yeah. You're already on the reconnected grass field. You're part of the reconnected grass field, is it? So
as a Hausa, also as you're going to research more on Hausa people, you have one of the most powerful queen in Africa called Queen Amina, an Hausa woman. Just research on her. Woo! I have chills on my body. Ah.
And I'm not a part of the we say the green field. I'm not a part of that.
The reconnected grass field, which is the group chat. Yeah, are you part of that?
No, I found out about this group through
you can speak to Sister Avanti. She's gonna see how she can connect you to that group. Yeah. So I need to research about Queen Amina as well. You see, we learn every day. Yeah, I know that
you know how to say
the Hausa is it Usman Danfodio.
Yeah, but now Usman Danfodio is way after Queen Amina.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
Queen Amina is the one who actually established the Hausa kingdom.
Okay.
So now you know how they say, oh yeah, you know, these African, they give no place to women. I say, what do you know about Africa? You know, so go research on it. Again, a lot of these things are not really taught, and it's not taught in school. It's not advised. I mean, it's not really put out there before people to know. I can name more than 15 queens on the continent, right? From Nana Asantewa, from the Ashanti people, going all the way to Queen Zinga or the Mutamba people in Angola, the country called Angola today. So that influences Africa course in history, fighting against the oppressor, the gangsters coming from Europe, being in the front in the battlefield, leading men to this battlefield. She was also called the fearless woman, to the point where some men won't even dare talking to her, looking at her face. So yeah, so being an Hausa, this is beautiful. You know, it's a lot of pride in it. It's a lot of things for you to learn. And if you want to go to Cameroon, the Hausa people, even though a lot of them right now are Muslims, I'm telling you, don't be fooled by the fact that they're Muslim. In the practice, they still practice. Hausa people actually are the most spiritually connected African people. I know them. I've noticed, because the Hausa people, even in Yaoundé, when an Hausa person is sick, they go to see somebody that they call the so-called Imam healer. But when you go see that Imam healer, he doesn't do nothing about anything Islamic. Everything he does is with herbs and some of the Kori shell that he uses to on the floor. He does a lot of fishy things that is not even found in the Quran. You're like, okay. But really what he's doing, it is our spiritual belief and the knowledge of manipulating the forces of nature. So I also actually have a lot of things to teach us as far as, you know, reconnecting with our true self. Yeah, so I'm glad. It's just a lot. The journey is the beginning, so you have a lot of things to learn. Yeah.
Good. The first Cameroonian president was Hausa, Amadou Ahidjo. So we're gonna move on to Queen Mutie Lawal. How you doing, sister?
Oh, it's so good to be back. Happy New Year, happy everything. And I'm so glad I'm here. To my queen sister Avanti, thank you for all that you have done for the community, the family, and diaspora.
She's amazing, isn't it? She deserves an award.
She is more than amazing. I always have to salute her, although I'm her elder, but I have to salute her because what she has done is taken the whole mantle and connected without anybody showing her the way. She just moves in that spirit of her ancestor, who I'm sure was a queen, who is moving her in the direction that we're all here together. I just love it. And of course, to my darling new author, Brigitte, this sister, she needs a whole platform. That's all I can say. But I won't hold up the floor. I'm also in Chicago, and I'm just so happy to be feeling the love, the energy, the connection, and let us know that we are our ancestors' wildest dream, all of us,
Wow.
because the whole journey is about connection.
Mhm.
And when I was in the midst of my people, the Masa people in Yaoundé, and they reclaimed me and renamed me, it was at that moment that I knew my ancestor had been traveling through me and pushing me to get back home. And in that moment that I knew I had brought her back home,
Wow.
there's nothing like it. So for all of those, my sisters here, make the journey, connect with your family, and let that woman whose DNA you carry know that she's back home. Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, that's really powerful word, you know. Like you said, you know, what we're doing here, we're here because the ancestors are guiding us. So, I mean, to be honest, when we started this, I didn't know what we was doing. But I mean, there's just a guidance somewhere there, the ancestor asking you to do things. And then by listening to a lot of people over here, by having to know more about the stories of everyone, you start to look at things, and it does relate to you. You know, personally, it does relate to you. So honestly, thank you very much again, Sister Avanti, for what you're doing for the whole community. And thank you, my sister Muti Lawal. Thank for them word. I don't know if Brother Monty got anything to add. Brother Monty?
Yes, I'm here.
You want to add the last word of our sister?
Yes, I mean, after she spoke, I don't think I can add anything else.
Okay.
Just, I don't think I can. Trust me, I don't. It was just take that trip and go and feel that reconnection and see what it's about. That's all.
Oh, thank you. All right, so we're gonna move to another queen. She's based in somewhere in California. She's a value member of the ReConnected Grassfield, Pamela Emmanuel. So I'll let you include yourself, sister.
Hey everyone, I'm at work right now, so I'm gonna make it brief, a little bit brief. I'm very grateful to be here. Very grateful to be with ReConnect right now. I'm glad that we actually have this connection to where we can get back in tune with our ancestors. Yeah, our ancestors that we actually lost connection with. Like the sister was saying, that be proud of the DNA that we do carry, and I know I am. Because without me have testing, I probably wouldn't have never even known anything about the Tikar and the Bamaleke and anything like that. I am Tikar. Got a little bit of Fulani, a little bit of indigenous, but most of it is Tikar. Probably almost 90%, 99 point something of what they said. But I am with the Bantam Kingdom. Very, very proud of it. I was renamed Gitombian. I received my name and my title from the king in Bantam. I'm very, very proud of my heritage and, you know, who I am. And I don't know, Malcolm is amazing for starting this group. I thank Avante for picking up the pieces and putting it out there for all of us. Monty, thank you so much for your knowledge. Your wisdom is amazing. And I want some of those beans. But that's probably all I have to say. And welcome to all the new people that are on board. And, you know, just reach out to the group because this is an amazing group and we are all family. I'm very grateful for everyone. You know, just very, very grateful. I know my brother Tariq is probably online. I'm grateful for my brothers. I'm just loving and happy to have this family as my family. And that's pretty much it.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you. We do appreciate you a lot, especially that you actually at work at the moment, but you managed to reconnect. You know, we do appreciate that. And again, all the knowledge you've been bringing to the ReConnection chat. You know, you've been there all the time, so we really appreciate that. Thank you very much. So we're gonna move on to another queen, Lisa. How you doing, my sister Lisa?
I'm doing great. I am so happy to be here today. I almost missed it, and Ivante posted it, and I was like, "Oh my God, I got to get on." And I just want to say that I was recently speaking to Ivante, and I was telling her, I said, "I know that we are Tikar, but I feel like you guys are like my biological family." I was telling her, like, I feel connected and I have love for all of my Tikar cousins that I'm meeting, even though I don't really know you, but I just feel so connected. And I couldn't explain it. You know, she was saying, yeah, she understood and she felt the same way. I was like, I just genuinely care about all these people that are on Zoom with me. So anyway, and I'm just really glad to be a part of this whole journey. And I can't wait to go to Cameroon, even though I have this 6-hour maximum limit on an airplane. Okay. I'm gonna have to, you know, take a
stop in Europe.
Work
We gotta
this
get
out.
you together, Lisa.
You said what?
We gotta get you together with this 6 hours.
Yeah.
Lisa, that's the best flight in the world you would ever have. I mean, I'm telling you, it's top of the line. International flights are the best flights ever. Relax. I'm telling you.
Okay. But yeah, I'm just really glad to be here. And also, Brigitte, I'm so glad to have met you, writer to writer, and I'm looking forward to talking to you again. I'm glad you're here. And that's all I got for today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you. We do appreciate you. And again, any knowledge you want to get, you're in the group with us anyway. And then, you know, we gonna keep holding our ReConnected Grassfield. Brother Monte and myself, we looking at how we can do some kind of like structure, some teaching, so we can do that every weekend and everything. So we're gonna let you guys know about it, so we can work on different topics every weekend, thing like that. Thank you. Well, let's go. Let's have a look if you got another queen. Did I forget anyone? Let me just go back again and double check it. I think we have all the queens already. So did I forget anyone? Please let me know before I can go back to the boys, to the king. Did I forget anyone? Okay, I guess I'm gonna start with my brother Justin. Justin also just released a new book, which I actually got the copy here. Very amazing book. I don't know if you can see my screen. So he just got a new book as well. He's our host for the ReConnection chat. He's been a very, very valued member, a new daddy, and I'm gonna let him speak himself anyway. I don't want to take anything from him.
I got my book too, man. Yo, listen.
Oh, you got yours.
That little brother is doing something, man. Get yours, man.
You got the hard copy.
That's wow.
Oh man.
Go Fano. Yes. I wanted to show also, since I saw everyone was.
Ozzy, why you got behind there?
This is a mask that
behind you.
Yeah, it's a mask that was present at a family case ceremony that I attended in Atlanta, and I saw the mask, so I had to, take a picture. So, just sharing the culture through the background. But I wanted to show, since everyone was showing their Juju or their Dumda, I wanted to show I have mine too. But
before you can go, you can speak. Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes, sir.
I see that. Can you show me that again? No. Your Jujube, your Didam. Okay, I see that it's open. So what do you use it for?
So I use this, and let me see if I can take the background off because it's kind of blurring it.
Okay.
Yeah. So my son was starting daycare. My son is 3. My oldest son is 3. He was starting daycare, and I was a little anxious about him going and being in the care of these people who I don't know anything about their background, and I was just nervous about who I'm sending my son off to. And so, even though I know his grandfather and my other ancestors are watching him, and I know God is protecting him, I still, since I am Bamily K, I wanted to just give it a little extra protection. So I had watched a notable when I went to that ceremony in Atlanta. They did something involving this Dimdop. And so I remember that, and then I contacted Brother Monte, and I got specific directions, and I contacted you as well, as you can remember. And so, I used the seeds to basically protect him while he was at daycare, because so many things on the news with these children, these terrible things are happening to them. I seen a story recently, this little girl, I forget how old she was. I think she was 4. She was left in the car for like 9 hours. It was like 18-degree temperatures. The daycare worker left her in the car, but she's alive. I don't think she died, but it's just little things like that I was worried about, or maybe someone abusing him. So yeah, with the ancestors behind him, with God behind him, and with the Dimdop behind him, I felt comfortable to send him off, and God would it, ain't nothing bad happen. So
that's good.
Yeah, I do use this. And if you have any questions, I do recommend reaching out to Brother Monte. Who I've called him many times, and he always answers, and he's willing to share. So I want to keep mine brief, because I see we have a few more people who still need to share. So I kind of lost my train of thought, but I guess I would just say I'm Justin. I'm from Georgia. I've been a reconnected Grassfield since about May. I posted a video on YouTube when I first got my African ancestry results. Brother Munkam saw that video, and also I see our sister Bridget. I'm pronouncing it the English way, but our sister Bridget, she actually commented on that video recently, and she shared that book with me. That's how I had the link that I shared in the chat. So I'm happy to see her here, and happy to know that we reconnecting in all sorts of ways. So I kind of co-host this chat, the ReConnection chat, and basically for anyone who hasn't been on the chat before, we basically have discussions, and we just give our experiences, being from the diaspora and the continent, on different topics, such as, Brother Monte's led sessions on who are the ancestors, or the role of the Bamileke woman. And, we do things like gender equality, inequality in Cameroon, and certain things like that, civil rights movement, history of Jamaica, blase. So we do a lot of things like that. So I do invite you all on every Sunday just to come back and, participate in the chats. If you have anything such as the book, It Rains in Africa, that you want to share, feel free. You can have the platform for yourself, and we'll all support each other and listen to each other the same way that we're doing now. And so, so that's all that I have. I highly encourage you also to join the WhatsApp group. That way you can we post a lot of information in there every single day. And so if you're really serious about learning about the culture and reconnecting back to the culture, that's the number one resource that I would recommend you taking as of now. It's immediate. And we have people, connected from all different places. So that's all that I have. And I look forward to continuing to connect with you all. And before I end, I do also want to just give honor and recognition to all of my ancestors, because I know that if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be here. So that's first to me. And so, other than that, nice to meet you all. And I look forward to speaking with you again. Thank you. Go Pano.
Thank you. Go Peno, Justin. We do appreciate you a lot. I mean, for what you're doing, and, and the data connection, everything, we really do appreciate. By the way, I love your top. I love what you're wearing.
Thank you. It's from Mali. It's a piece from mud cloth from Mali.
Wow, that's good. Well, so we're gonna move on to our brother Jason. So, brother Jason, he's also a writer. So he got a book called Shrimp. You know, so the book speak about Cameroon, and then he go through. There you go. That's a book again. So I'm not gonna speak a lot. I'm gonna let brother Jason introduce himself, speak about whatever he want to speak, and what I'm gonna say, brother Jason, is actually talking to some Cameroonian kind of like a school to see how he can actually bring his knowledge to Cameroon as well. He's gonna speak about it anyway. Brother Jason, you go ahead.
Well, firstly, giving honor to our ancestors and to all my brothers and sisters out there. Warm greetings from chilly and cold St. Louis. I just want to say I love y'all. You know, I mean, I know you personally, but we come from the same strong people. And I just, to see the light in your eyes, it really is food for me. So thank you for being here. I'm in connection with some professors over in Cameroon to try and share knowledge. I don't want to go and try to impart my own little wisdom. I want to share the knowledge that we both have, as myself and for our brothers and sisters on the continent and in Cameroon. I want to teach about African American literature, and so one of the things I'm really passionate about is education, and I want to bring a lot of what we've done in America to reach back to Africa. I want to make our brothers and sisters aware of those things, those efforts. And so that's who I am. I'm an educator. I'm a writer. I'm a poet. It's good to be the mix of all these different writers and authors. And so it's really cool to be among you. I'm just happy to be here. What's up, Boris? My brother, I love you, man. I wish I can give you a hug right now. Moncon, what's up with you, brother? Everybody just hello, hello. And I got my Jim as well, ready to go.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
So thank you again, Jason. What I'm gonna do, I think I got the link for your website. I hope that's the correct one. gvaselong.com. Is it the correct one? Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that's it.
So
I'm
gonna share the link now. If you want to find out more about our brother Jason work, you know, about the book which is called Shrink. I got a copy of that as well. So very, very awesome book, and a lot of information in there. A lot of information in that book. And then we do appreciate everything you're doing, Jason, you know, to be able to connect back home and then be wanted to share your knowledge. You know, that's what you call the connection, because I believe that back home, our people need to know, they're the one who need to know more about their ancestor, because they don't get the opportunity to, you know, they don't teach that back home. You know, so that's amazing. You know, thank you very much, brother, for that. Thank you. Thank you. And I like your top, you know.
Hey, we got to represent. Are we still winning on the Africa World Cup?
Oh, we actually doing good. We played 2 games, so we qualify for the next steps, the next stage. We're doing good, baby. Yeah.
I believe we play again tomorrow.
We play tomorrow against Cape Verde, so yeah, happen. We qualify already, which is a good thing. Yeah. So we're gonna move on to, let me see, the next brother, or our brother Boris. He's our ears, our eyes for Europe. So he just like me, he was born in the same area, outside the Bamileke area, but we are Bamileke. And he's based in Europe at the moment. Very, very valuable member of the ReConnected Grassfield. He's been in the Bamileke legacy for a long, long time. So he also working very, very hard to reconnect reconnect us together. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself. I stop speaking about him. He's gonna go ahead. I love what you're wearing to start with, brother. I love what you're wearing.
Hello, Olila, how we say in Baham, where I'm from. So it means hello. My name is Boris Gifo Wabo. I was born in Cameroon. That's where I grew up. I currently live in Europe, precisely Switzerland, a small country in Europe. so my journey with the group started maybe 2 to 3 years ago. But before that, before I joined the group, I commented a post on YouTube from Jason, who said he discovered he's from the Bamileke tribe, and he wanted to know more about the tribe. So I connected with him, and we kind of connected more than what I thought. I eventually went to his wedding, and I met his family. I brought my own family. So I felt the bond was so strong that I really wanted to connect with more family members across the world. And that's how I eventually joined the group. And then I eventually even invited Jason to the group. I met a lot of nice people, and I feel like family is really, really cool. I went to Cameroon recently and met physically a couple of members of the group, and I really love it. I love being part of it. I did a DNA test, which is not so usually it's more the African Americans, Jamaicans who do the DNA test. I also did one to see if I will find out that I'm 100% Bamileke, but it came out I'm not 100% Bamileke according to the DNA result I've got. So I have a bit of Bamileke. They classify it as Nigerian, but over time they were more specific about. I did this on 23andMe, and I think they're not so specific compared to African Ancestry.com. I think I will do that. African Ancestry.com later on, but it's not so easy to do that in Switzerland compared to, for example, the US. But I've got the results. I'm not only Bamileke, I'm also have a bit of Nigerian in me, a bit of Congolese, according to my DNA, Congolese and Angolan. My whole family was really surprised to learn about it. So I feel like we are all connected somehow, even more than what we might think. Also, I saw some connection with East Africa, but a little bit.
Wow.
A little bit from East Africa. So, yeah, so I'm happy to exchange. I work more in IT, so it's not really not like writing and stuff, but I'm willing to write more about my experience. I've started writing some notes. So I love learning and reading after book from Jason Trims, which is a very good one. Yeah, so someone is asking where I'm located. I'm located in a city called Zurich in Switzerland, which is not so far from, people might know Geneva. I'm 2 hours away from Geneva. Yeah, and I don't write. I also use a website called Quora, and there I answer questions about Africa, Cameroon, about visiting Cameroon. And every time I travel to Cameroon, I do a lot of pictures. I post a lot of pictures of Cameroon, places to visit. And I also do some presentation in the group. And I have a couple of presentations coming. I'm willing to talk about my journey. I went to some museums, and I want to show that to the group so people can know how it's live in Cameroon and what to do if they come to visit. I think there's a lot to share. I'm happy to be here. Don't hesitate if you have questions, whether it's regarding Bamileke, regarding cybersecurity, which is for my job, or regarding anything else. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Boris. Thank you.
Can I just say that jacket is fresh though, man? I need that jacket, Boris. Where you get the jacket from, man?
I bought it in Cameroon.
Oh yeah, you just been in Cameroon, so you had the privilege to get anything you want, no?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Thank you very much, Brother Boris. And again, I think we're gonna have you on the show to go in detail about, what you just spoke about, the trip in Cameroon and everything else, about your DNA. So I also just sent my sample as well. So I'm gonna get my result anytime soon. and I'm gonna have a show. We're gonna have a show. What I'm gonna do actually when I get my result, I'm not gonna open it. I'm just gonna send an email to Brother Jerry because he know more about genealogy. So I'm gonna send the thing to him, and then we're gonna set a date where I'm gonna learn from him what are my percentage. So we're gonna do that probably with Sister Christian as well. I think that she also did her DNA. So I mean I want to find that as well, because sometimes you somewhere, somebody, so especially in the UK, you know, nobody ever told me that you from Cameroon. They will say that you're Nigerian. You know, when I don't know if because there's a lot of Nigerian community in the UK, but when a lot of people sees me, they never say that you're from Cameroon, from Ghana, you from Sierra Leone. They always say that you're Nigerian. You know, and I just want to do that DNA to actually be a bit curious about that side. And also I want to be able to reconnect with my family who was taken away from Cameroon, because with your DNA, you can enter the result to Jet Match, and then you can see people going to tell you that these people are your cousin, you know, and then you link to your family. So, which is actually good for us born in the continent to be able to retrace our family who left.
Maybe we're cousins, Moncam.
Oh yes, really.
And there's also something interesting. I see that many Afro descendants are more Bamileke than some like me, because I'm only like 40% Bamileke according to the DNA, and some people are like 100%. So I feel like it's interesting to see that even despite the distance and the time, the bond, like the blood, is still so connected to the land, even more than what people might think. So you guys are all welcome home. Home is in you. Welcome home is not only you took home with you, and home is waiting for you to come back where it is located in Africa.
Let me ask you a quick question, brother Boris. Now that you was told that the majority of percentage you got is in Nigeria, so how do you feel? Are you feel connected to Nigeria? Are you feel that okay, yes, now when I look at Nigeria playing football, I can cheer Nigeria? Do you got any tell us about it?
It's a bit of a mixed feeling. Of course, I knew already the Nigerian connection, because I get a lot from Nigerians that I look Nigerian, or they think I'm Nigerian often. So I have an easy time connecting with Nigerians. So I think I already have the connection with Nigeria. It's just what I didn't like at the beginning in the result is that they were not specific about the tribe. And Nigeria is so big, so I was a bit I wanted to know more. But now I have more information. And they say Nigeria, but they say Bamileke and Ko tribe, which is a tribe not so far from the Bamileke tribe.
Exactly. So going back there, normally the only test we're gonna give you a specific tribe is the African ancestry. Now, if you got the 23andMe ancestry.com, what they may tell you, you got if the majority of percentage is Nigeria, and the second land is Cameroon. Obviously, you know that part of Nigeria and Cameroon, it could be the Igbo. If you Bamileke, if you know that you Bamileke yourself. So obviously it's between Igbo going down to the grass field, to the grassland. If you was told that you're Nigerian and the second one is Benin, so obviously you go towards the old Benin kingdom, which is like the Benin, the country, Nigeria, Yoruba, and other area. They're going towards the other side, the southwest. Yeah,
exactly. But to be honest, that gave me the desire to learn more about the history of the kingdom where I'm from, especially since I have a line of my family that was a chief. So this is easier to trace. So I try to learn more about maybe how that come across, especially the Congolese. Because Nigeria and Cameroon, I think it's okay. It's not so far.
Mhm.
But Congolese, I was like, oh, maybe I have someone from Southern Cameroon or Congo who
Mhm.
kind of moved to the area and then settled there.
Yeah.
So I tried to get those information from my family, but they were not. They
I
didn't.
think the best thing we're gonna do, hopefully that Sister Christian test gonna come up. Anyway, we're gonna wait for my test my result to come, Sister Christian to come as well, and then we're gonna invite someone who knows more about the movement of our people, and then we're gonna have a Zoom meeting where we can also educate other people. You know, we're gonna be able to share that as well. You know, I'm gonna be able to share my experience, share the result. He's gonna.
I would like to share this real quick because I'm very knowledgeable on these DNA testing companies.
Go ahead, brother.
There was a lot of migration prior to the transatlantic slave trade. So you have a lot of people who are Cameroonian that come up with some. Cameroon and Nigeria, those are artificial borders anyway. You know, a lot of those people have been intermarrying and mixing for centuries. Even Congo, you know, even places like Gabon and all these countries, they're right next to Cameroon. You have the Betty and the Fang in Cameroon. You have the Betty and the Fang in Gabon and in Congo.
Congo, yeah.
You know, when you take an admixture test, one of the autosomal tests, it's not unusual for a Cameroonian to have Nigerian come up in your results, or Cameroon, Congo. When you look at the regions in the ancestry DNA test, when you look at the regions in detail, you could see that it encompasses much more than Cameroon, Congo. It can, you know, it can cover many areas all into Gabon, Angola, and even Nigeria. Some people get high percentage of Nigeria, but a lot of these DNA companies, they're only going off the database of the people that they tested. And that just means that your DNA looks most like those people in Nigeria, but you may just be completely Cameroonian. But when they analyze your DNA, they really can't tell the difference between Nigerian and Cameroonian DNA because they're so close, and there's been so much mixing between the people. You know, the African ancestry test only tests one line, which is like 1% to 2% of your DNA, and it's only going back to one ancestor. When they say that you match the Tikar people or the Bamileke people 100% or 99.7%, you're only talking about one person. You're not talking about your whole DNA. It doesn't mean that you're 99.7% Bamileke or Tikar. It just means that when they did the comparison in their database, that you matched people in their database with that DNA sequence 99.7% or 100%. It doesn't mean that you're 100% Bamileke or 100% Tikar, because most people in diaspora are mixed with multiple ethnic groups, whether you're from the Caribbean or anywhere in the Americas like the United States. You have so many people that were taken from different parts of West and Central Africa, and they're all mixed in with each other, you know? And they did that intentionally so as we would not know where we're from. You know, we wouldn't have that connection back to try to get back to where our ancestors were from. You know, when they were all on the slave ships, they weren't everybody coming from Cameroon, coming from the same place on the slave ship. You had people from Nigeria on that ship. You had people from Cameroon on that ship, and everybody was speaking different languages. You couldn't communicate with each other. And that was done purposely to keep down the incidence of rebellion, you know? if you can't communicate, with the person next to you or the people that you're on the ship with, chances are likely that you can't plan a rebellion together. So they didn't have too many people, many of the same people together on one ship. That's why when I found a lot of the autosomal tests are really good for finding relatives. And when I found relatives, a lot of my relatives I've found relatives from Cameroon, yeah, but not as many as I've found from Nigeria, or because a lot of the British or American traders were getting people from Nigeria. They were getting people from Ghana, Sierra Leone, and those different places that the British controlled. But the British also got Africans from Cameroon, but it wasn't as high a percentage as Nigeria. That's why you have, when a lot of African Americans or people in the Caribbean, like Jamaica, you have a high percentage of Nigeria in there, or a high percentage of Ghana in there, because those are the places that they primarily got their workforce from. But they did get people from Sierra Leone. They did get people from Liberia. So I've found relatives from all of these places, from Cameroon, Ghana, Benin, Congo. There's a section in Jamaica like St. Thomas where you have a high percentage of Congo. A lot of people were taken from the Congo, and a lot of them were concentrated in places like St. Thomas. So, most of the people, I'd say just about everybody in the diaspora, is not from one tribe. You're not 100% Tikar. You're not 100% Bamileke. You're a mixture of so many different ethnic groups. And if you're from the United States or Jamaica or whatever, you're going to have some Nigeria in there. You're going to have some Ghana in there. You're going to have some Congo in there. The diaspora is truly the African diaspora. We're a mixture of a bunch of different ethnic groups from Africa. And you have companies like 23andMe and Ancestry.com. They are accurate, because I have personally tested and I manage multiple Cameroonian kits. And most of those DNA kits, they're either 100% Cameroon, Congo, or they have some percentage of Nigeria in there, or they have even some percentage of Mali in there. Because you even have a lot of people from, like you have the first president from Cameroon. From my understanding, I'm not too sure. I've heard you all say he was Hausa. I've heard some people say he was Fulani, but I heard that he was also from Mali. So you do have some people from Mali. You have some Mali percentage in there, and a lot of people that I've tested from Cameroon. Yeah. So some of these DNA companies, they can't distinguish between who's Cameroonian and who's Nigerian. So you may have a good percentage of Nigerian in your DNA results, but that doesn't necessarily mean your ancestry was Nigerian. You could be Cameroonian, but when they analyze the DNA, it looks like their database of people from Nigeria. Yeah. When I have a brother that I work with who is Edo from the Benin Kingdom in Nigeria. And I work with a lot of people that are from different countries in Africa. And he told me himself, he cannot tell who's Nigerian and who's Cameroonian, because to him, until you speak to them and find out their background, then you know where they're from. The brother that was from Nigeria told me he couldn't tell the difference between, just looking at them, a Cameroonian and a Nigerian. So that's just something to keep in the back of your mind when you take those autosomal tests. And even the African ancestry tests, people say, oh, I'm 100% Tikar. No, you're not. That test is just telling you that you matched a sequence of DNA that they have in their database 100%. That's all that was African ancestry result is telling you. I hope
Thank you so much.
Everybody got some clarity on that. If you test with My Heritage, everybody's gonna be looking Nigerian because that's all they have in their database. If you're Cameroonian, you test with My Heritage, it's gonna come up Nigerian. It's not gonna come up. It's not gonna tell you Cameroon.
So I might also have my brother even explaining this by using the historical context, even the geography, right? And I always tell people, Cameroon, Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, South Africa, Namibia, all those names were created in 1886. Just picture that, 1886.
Exactly.
Just picture that. Now, how long Africa had been in existence? Can anybody know the beginning of Africa? Nobody. So that means we've been here for billions of years. Now, let's just backtrack a little bit. It's those countries, only 1886, they were literally well documented. But here's the thing. Our ancestors, your ancestor left way before 1886. So that's why, if you know the little part that we call today Cameroon, when you look at Africa in a geography kind of approach, you're going to realize that Cameroon was part of the Congo Empire, which we Congo with K. Some people call it the Bakongo. So Congo Empire now had almost 8 to 7 countries today, including Angola, Congo itself, Gabon, a little part of Chad. You have countries like Burundi, Rwanda, that were part of the Congo Empire. So me now, I call myself Cameroonian. If one day somebody told me that you have some family in Gabon or you have some family in Congo, I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised because, again, that's why I don't like really kind of like grasping on that, Cameroonian, Congolese, blah, blah, blah. Because again, yes, that's what the white man left us. That's what we're using today. But yes, okay. My brother is sharing something right now on the screen.
I just want to say this real quick. I've tested T-cars in Cameroon that have DNA cousins in Congo, in Democratic Republic of Congo and Angola. So that just says it all right there. Everything that the brother Monte just said.
Exactly. I think at the beginning when I started talking, I showed you guys what was behind me and how we call this cloth right here called Ndop, which was a cloth only worn by kings back then. How in a tribe called the Kuba people in the Congo, how they also use the same kind of approach where when king die and they're trying to remember them to keep the spirit alive, they make this mask, little mask that they carve. So nice. One of them is in a Brooklyn Museum. Maybe I can share a picture later. It's also called Ndop. Okay, same exact thing, same exact pronunciation. So it shows you right there that I won't be surprised if you tell me I have a family in the Congo. So again, as my brothers say, they've done all those things to make us confused. That's why I always tell you, you only have to get to the motherland. Know that that's the land of your ancestor. You could be from anywhere there. You could have connection from many places there. Just know that, all right, this is your land of your ancestor period. And it's also going to remove the tribalisms that we are right now. This person said, I don't marry with the other tribe because so yeah, it was just to complete what my brother was saying right now, that these facts, unfortunately, are not told in the DNA test, but it's pretty much going to come from historical understanding and geographical understanding to know this, to kind of like be aware about this thing. Yeah, I just wanted to add a little, yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah,
Sorry, guys, I just quickly going to introduce someone because he's in Spain. And then it's a bit too late over there now. So I'm just going to quickly introduce him and then we can come back again. He's our newest member. His name is Tata. So he's going to introduce himself. Go ahead, brother.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tata. I am from Louisiana, but I no longer live there. I'm living in the Canary Islands. Spanish-owned Canary Islands. I've been here for a little while now. I am a teacher and professor. I teach at secondary school, and I also teach at King's College in London. I just got my results back over the weekend, so I am it's what 99 point something percent Chicar in this case there, and that is when one part of my family. The other part of my family, I've been able to trace back to circa 1718, coming from.
I just want to say something to the brother. 99.7%, 99.7% is the sequence similarity score. That does not mean that you're 99.7% T-card. Yeah, good. Because I keep seeing it being shared over and over. I'm 99 point something percent this or 100% that. And people and African ancestry doesn't make it that clear in their African ancestry online community. You know, people got to keep going in and keep sharing the Seeking Similarity Score video that Dr. Rick Kittle shared about.
All right,
I'm sorry for interrupting you. I just wanted to say that so everybody will understand that clearly.
All right, I am aware of that. Thank you very much. My specialty is in voodoo and in Bakongo cosmology. I also own a company that works with authors in Africa, dealing in strict and African spirituality. So my other languages are basically French and Kikongo, a bit of Kiswahili, and so that is where my thing is at this moment. I'm looking to, since I'm just about close to Africa as it is right now, I'm looking to return and also to gain another citizenship. So there it is. That's all I wanted to say. Right now, it is after 10 o'clock over here, and I've got to log off because I've got to teach in the morning. So I wish everyone a nice afternoon.
Thank you, brother. Congratulations on your results.
Thank you. Congratulations. I'm sorry that we couldn't actually get you on earlier. I'm sorry for that. So we're definitely going to catch up again. And then again, you in the last thing. So if you got any question anytime, you can send your question in there. If you want to find out more, you can directly contact Brother Michael, or brother in terms of spirituality, you can contact Brother Monte. He's on the chat here as well.
I'll be connecting with Monte in terms of the African spirituality portion right there. Exactly. And in terms of linguistics, I definitely want to pick up on the with Bamun or the other Golan, what have you. So there it is.
Thank you again, brother, and welcome to the family. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
We appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Okay, let me see if we forgot anyone, any king. I think we actually went through everyone. Yeah, we did. Yes, we did. We actually went through everyone. Oh, no, Menelik. We got Menelik. Sorry, I nearly forgot. Hello? Hello, Menelik?
He might have stepped away. Yeah, he might have stepped away because I think he told me he was doing something. So.
That's good. So what am I gonna add? So honestly, I'm gonna say again, thank you everyone. We had a very awesome meeting. And if I have to ask anyone, what is the thing you want to see in the reconnected grass field? Me personally, I want to push a little bit more in terms of bringing more educational programs, you know, knowledge, and then get to work on topics where we're going to be able to learn more about the chica and the grass field. Something I probably noticed is that we speak a lot about Bamileke. So I want to make sure that we kind of like blend it a little bit more so we can have more grass field because we're the same people. But what I noticed is that we speak more about the Bamileke. I know that the Chika and the Bamileke are actually the same people, but I would like to see a little bit more info about the Chika, about the grass-fed people in whole, you know, anything which is linked to us, yeah. And like I say, I'm working with Brother Monte. I'm negotiating with him now. Brother Monte normally got other things to do on Sunday. He does two classes for people who actually pay him for that. And I'm trying to see how I can probably snatch him from them people so he can be he can be with us instead, you know, because we all know the knowledge he got, and it will be very, very helpful for us. So I'm negotiating with him, and I will let you guys know if there's any financial input, what we need to do, how we can come together to get that to make that happen. I would love to bring some brothers back home as well, but what I noticed is that sometimes communication is not very good when you get somebody back home and then they're trying to speak, they're trying to go through the thing. Communication back home is not really the best, you know. But Brother Monte, he's over here with us, and then he got the knowledge. He can provide us that knowledge, you know, by working on the program and on the structure program, where we can be able to even maybe save the video to watch it again with the family later. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to into my
Yes,
own.
my brother. So just to precise, so basically, it's all about those who are interested in the spirituality and the customs, meaning of certain things that we do. For instance, when the twins are born, why we do certain things, why we name the father of twins Tani, why we name the mother of twins Mani. Why do we do it? Where does that come from? What's the meaning behind? These things like that have to do with the very deep spiritual belief or system of those people. That's what we welcome those who want to know to come and get the specific knowledge. And then it's going to be a point where those who are interested, based on their hunger from that knowledge, they will have to travel home to see certain things that cannot be said. Because in that knowledge, there's a level where we can't talk no more. You have to see. So that's what I just wanted to precise. And this is what we're working on, you know, kind of like putting that together. Again, that's for those who want to. Yep.
Thank you for actually bringing that, highlight that to us. All right, so I think that brother, is it still there? I have somebody there with his hands up. Is it gone?
I had my hand up, brother, and I just wanted to make one quick recommendation or suggestion of what I would like to see. And it's just maybe we could do like have Brother Monte do some demonstrations, specifically maybe like a demonstration on how to properly